Well, I've interviewed Apollo so many times, and always they're in really unique moments, I guess. You have just survived relegation, and by the way, you survived it as close as you possibly could. You went to the final day. You went to Game 5. Like, is there? You could not have pushed that unless maybe you want a base race at the very end of Game 5. I don't. I think so. Talk to me first off about just generally what your state of mind is right now, following qualifying back in.
A lot of relief. I I feel happy, but it's more relief, I think. And yeah, this is my fourth time in the relegation or promotion series. I'm a 50% win right now, so it's not bad. It's actually not that bad.
You know who has a better one is Saint.
Saint has a 100% win rate.
No, he's like 1-6, I think, or sorry, 6-1 right now, because CLG one time blocked him.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Damn, that's impressive. But yeah, I mean, I feel really good. We, as a team, like we kind of pulled it together in the last few days. We really wanted to win draft. Like we really wanted to just think about it as a team, and I think we did a really good job this time.
How much do you attribute? Obviously, it's a team effort, but how much do you attribute Envy remaining in to LirA? Because I feel like he's just, it's everywhere I go, LirA. Everybody's talking about this guy, and I think he's many people's picks for best jungler in NALCS, which I think might be a first, considering, again, he's on the relegation team. So, yeah, how much? What do you think of all that?
I mean, if I were to choose, he's the best jungler in North America for sure. And he's a really good jungle, obviously, but he really helped us kind of learn and like choose a play style. I don't know if you noticed, but like in these games that we played, in the games that we played yesterday, we pretty much did everything that we could to not team fight, and that was just like his kind of ideal strategy was to just farm and then push and farm and then like don't team fight unless we have like a 15k gold lead or something. Right. And I'm not saying that's a specific strategy, but that's kind of what we ended up doing because of him, and I think it really helped us. And he's been super strong even when we were losing.
Yeah. There's this really interesting dynamic in this game, or this match, where it felt like I knew what was going to happen in the game by 15 minutes because, as everyone else had pointed out, you guys either had a strong lead in the beginning, which was like, all right, now this is going to go for another 25 minutes, but they'll win, or it was even, or if there was any sign GCU had started doing really well because they already seemed to win in the late game if all things being neutral. Why do you think that is? Just your early game is that good, or your late game is that bad? I mean, what's going on?
Well, actually, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like our late game is pretty bad, and it's normally just to do with team fighting. Like I said, like our team fights are just, it's like a disaster, and so we need to have like that strong, the lane pressure and like the lane pushing, so that we don't actually have to team fight. We just have to farm, and then we just do whatever we can to not do that, to not get it to that late game point. So I think it was. Or maybe game 3 or some game where they this had like an early advantage, and then it started to kind of stall out towards like the 40-minute mark, and yeah, that's kind of when we start to lose our games. Is when it's like relatively even, but then there's one team fight, and then we usually lose.
I have to ask, I'm sure you were super focused on this match, but at any point in time did you have in your mind like, oh, this could be, I don't know, did you have any ideas on what was going to happen if things didn't go well?
Yeah, it's actually I did a pretty good job of ignoring those thoughts. I was actually pretty positive. Even in the last game, I kind of knew that we were the better team this time, and like we proved that if we get like the strong draft or if we play well, then we're gonna win. So and I trusted my teammates to do that, and I never really had this doubt. Like never had like a moment of doubt.
Yeah. So how do you retool? How do you go back and solve for the next split?
It's kind of difficult, honestly. I think. Like it's really kind of comes down to the players and their like our teammates' mentalities. Just we didn't do very well this split, and there was multiple reasons like communication, just like scrims, even like prepping. I think we did kind of a bad job. So it really just has to do with everything, and that's kind of why we're the 10th place team, you know. Yeah. So and also a pretty important thing is just performing on stage. We have some like really good games, but then you can't. We need to win 2 games, you know. So we usually had like this 1 week or 2 1 week, and it's just up to us to perform on stage.
So you just go party now? Are you done? Because certainly, what is crazy is for people in your situation, especially for people who are like 7th, 8th, but even for people in your situation, there's just a lot of time before you even have to worry about anything again, right?
Yeah, no, it's going to be a nice break. I kind of started to burn out a little bit towards the end of the season. Not like mainly of solo queue. I kind of stopped playing too much solo queue. I try to focus really on like the team aspect, and I hopefully will take a nice long break, recover, and come back strong.
Very good, very good. Well, is there anything you want to say to any of the fans out there who were watching today in Game 5 and like, dear God, is this going to happen?
Sorry for making it Game 5, and sorry for being 10th place. Man, there's a lot of bad things that happened this split, and if you guys are still out there, which I don't, I'm not too surprised if you guys aren't there. I mean, thanks for supporting us. We will come back next split, and we'll try to prove that we're not a 10th place team.
Very good. Well, congratulations on getting in. It would have been sad to see you go out of the LCS again. I'd be like, this is just getting old. Yeah. All right. Anyway, thank you so much for the interview. Enjoy your break. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of our coverage of all things esports here at Yahoo Esports.